All right, it is 5 a.m. in the morning on the eastern side of the United States, which means it is time for me to go live at a inconvenient for everybody else, but convenient for me time frame. Welcome to MGL, which means Mike Goes Live, which is a bad title, but I'm going to stick to it because you know what? I still haven't thought of anything better. So I'm here today. I'm probably going to talk about the PlayStation Plus stuff in a little bit, and then a few other topics that I grabbed up for this live stream, which wasn't initially planned for this week. I wasn't going to do a live stream because I might do one for WWDC. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit too. I'm not sure if I'm going to, but that's a possibility. It depends on if it's interesting or not. We got to see what the rumors are looking like. We're going to talk about it a little bit later as well. But for now, let's get caught up. I want to talk about what I've been playing, what I've been doing. You know, I don't get a chance to talk about this stuff, well, at least with y'all. So, last live stream, which was titled, I'm quitting Elden Ring. I quit Elden Ring for a day. And then I went back to it because everyone was like, oh, don't quit Elden Ring. And I was like, okay, I'll give it another chance. And then, of course, I already knew that I was going to find out I'm doing everything wrong. And I was doing everything wrong because I'm not good at these type of games. And then I got like a little bit of help. I got some of the Ashes of War. Got some better weapons and stuff. So I've been working on it even since the video last week, the Secret Gaming Man video. I've done a little bit better since then. So I'm still going to keep at it for now at a very slow pace. I'm like 20 hours in now, which I know for most people, they probably be like 20 hours in after the first week. And for me, it's been like a month. I'm just 20 hours in, but that's how much time I have to play games. And honestly, I've been playing games a lot more since I got the GPD Win 3 because it's portable, so it's just more convenient for me. I can just sit down wherever and start playing games. So mostly been playing Elden Ring on there, to be honest. And then on my PC when I can. I've been kind of treating the GPD Win like a PC switch, to be honest. Instead of like hooking it up to a TV when I want to play in docked mode, I just play the same games on my PC because most games have cloud saves now, so everything just comes right over. So that's been awesome. Also, Epic has a sale going on, so if you haven't checked that out, I already have a lot of these games, but they have a big sale going on, I think, through June 16th. They also have a free game as of right now. Borderlands 3 is free. I already had it for free with some graphics card promotion a few years ago, and it was through Epic, so it's not gonna even get like a second copy of it. So I didn't get anything from the free game, but if you want Borderlands 3 for free, you can get it through Epic right now. And then they have their sale, and there's like, I think it's a 25% off coupon. The only thing I've actually bought in the sale was the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remaster because I've been playing Underground so much lately, and now I got hooked on the remaster. And to be honest, I already had it for Switch, and I was like, I already got the game for Switch because I really want to play it portable. And the Switch version is okay. It runs at 30 frames per second. You can feel it. It's just not a very snappy game. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's playable, but it doesn't feel the way Tony Hawk should feel running at 30. But on the Win, where I can get 60 portable, I just been playing it up there. Plus, of course, switching between that and my PC. And so that's been a way better experience in the Switch version. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the Switch version or not, if I'm going to sell it. The one advantage is the Switch does have a way nicer screen that's bigger because I have the OLED, and that screen is amazing. So it's like I am giving up the size and the beauty of the picture to get better frame rates, but I, in most cases, prefer frame rates. I'm actually planning to do a video about with some comparisons to the Switch, and I don't want to do it to make the Switch look bad because it's a way different product. It's way different. It's way cheaper. The hardware is technically more akin to mobile hardware versus this being, x86 laptop hardware in the GPD Win 3. And plus, it's just a lot older hardware. So for the Switch to do what it does with the hardware that it does is really amazing. But I just kind of wanted to do it just to see the differences and see the advantages and disadvantages of maybe playing a Switch version of the game versus playing something on like a portable PC. I think that would be kind of a cool video. Not so much to be like, oh wow, look how much better than this is in the Switch. Because like in all cases, it's not even 100% true. Some games I would probably prefer to play on the Switch. So I'm probably going to grab all the games that I have on both, which I think might just be 3. I know I have Skyrim on Switch, and then of course Tony Hawk, and I'm trying to remember what the other one is that I have on both Switch and PC. I don't remember. It'll come to me. It'll come to me at some point. But yeah, that's something I want to do. I feel like I've been neglecting the Switch. I need to go back and play Arceus, and I keep saying that over and over again. I'm gonna get back to it eventually. But yeah, that's what I've been up to, just kind of playing my Switch games, working. I do apologize that I didn't announce this live stream ahead of time. I usually would put it like in my last video, my Sunday video, but I had a brain fart this week. Like, it was crazy. So Sunday hit. Usually that's when I'll start recording the first part of my video. Usually Sunday and Monday are recording days, and then Tuesday is like a long editing day. And then Sunday came, and I was like, what am I doing for a video this week? And I was like, I'll figure something out. And then Monday came, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to do a video this week. So that's why I just kind of had the last minute live stream. Well, I did schedule it. So if you got your notifications on, then you got the notification for it. And being that it's at 5 a.m., most people probably gonna watch it like at least live anyway. So, but yeah, if you do want to join me on the live stream at 5 a.m. in the future, keep those notifications on. You know, set an alarm. Come and hang out with me in the middle of the night. See how I got the whole mood going? I got the whole middle of the night, it's dark in here mood. All right. Speaking of mood, the mood's about to change. That was a good transition. Because we got to talk about PlayStation. All right. Now, I keep saying in my news videos, I'm like, you know what? I'm not trying to be negative on the new PlayStation Plus tiers. Freedom Arts, I got the notification. Thank you. At least someone got the notification. Wait, that's cheating because it's not 5 a.m. there. It's like 2 a.m. So you're not even really like, you're here, but it's not even like you're struggling like people on the East Coast. But PlayStation, the PlayStation Plus tiers, I'm trying not to be negative about it because I like PlayStation overall. I don't have anything against any of the companies. It's just they've made the poorest decisions recently. And when it comes to like their extra stuff, like of course their games are top notch. PS5 is selling out, but as far as like doing anything extra for their community, I just feel like they don't really care. And I'm talking about like respecting their back catalog. So with this new news that I got after my news video, if this is true, then we gonna get this again. I don't want to get this again. If you don't know what this is not a PlayStation 1, it's a PlayStation Classic. The little mini PlayStation they did a few years ago. That's complete garbage. Like, I like it as a collectible because it looks cool. It's a little mini PlayStation that I can use as a decoration, but I never play it because they put out some terrible games on it, and then they had the PAL version of the game, not NTSC. So it runs, most of these games run at 50 hertz instead of 60, which will basically translate. Oh snap, is that a real super chat from Freedom Arts? It says keep it up, and it has like a little, I think it's a pair exercising. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's my first ever super chat. I should probably start going live at the time when people might watch it. That would make a lot more sense. But yeah, this thing was awful because the game lineup mostly, and then the fact that they put the PAL version of the game, which runs at 50 hertz. And if you play a game that you're used to playing, like it's a game that you know in the like for the back of your hand, right? And you go and play the PAL version of it, where it runs at 50 instead of 60, it's just gonna feel like it's slow. It's not gonna feel exactly right. The timing's gonna be off. That's the main issue with it. I mean, if you didn't really play these games as a kid or anything, then you probably won't really care that much. But if it's a game that you play a lot and you're going to go back to, like for instance, if I went back to like Ape Escape or something like that, a game that I used to love because that was like one of the coolest controller games at the time. I mean, I think it was one of the launch games for the DualShock back when that was new. And yeah, it sucks. So let's talk about this story. Sony's classic PlayStation games on PS Plus appear to be 50 hertz, even in non-PAL regions. So it seems like they're doing it again. Like they're trying to do it again with this, and I don't even think it's on purpose. I think it's they just have a lack of. They just don't really care. I just feel like they don't really care enough to actually put any effort into getting the proper version of these games for each region. So this isn't confirmed. So this has started launching in other regions, like in parts of Asia, and then it's going to hit the U.S. next month. So we'll see once that actually hits the U.S. Maybe they'll clean this up by then. But considering that they did the PlayStation Classic this way, I don't really see that happening personally. I think that this is what it's going to be, and we're just going to get whatever they decide to just throw on the service. So yeah, it's bad for several reasons. But that's one of them. It's just them not putting any effort into the backwards catalog. And then, two, they're not offering their day one games on any tier of the service. And initially I said, the rumors were that they weren't going to do that, but I was like, they should just do it. And if they want to charge, I don't know, $25 a month for day one games, there's probably people that are diehard PlayStation fans that would pay for that. I mean, I wouldn't pay for it, but they should offer it just so they can have like parity with Game Pass, no matter how much they think it should cost. But essentially they've said that it would devalue their games. It wouldn't allow them to make the quality games that they are able to make if they offer them up on the subscription service like Microsoft does. So they have the reasons for doing it, but even with that, like Last of Us Part 2 is not up there. Last of Us Part 2 is really not a new game. Like they could at least thrown that up there. Like what is going on? Yeah, I don't know. When I see that service and then the fact that they put game trials on the highest tier, like game trials is something that you should pay for. Freedom Art says Sony needs to learn how to do a good online service like Nintendo. Okay, so Nintendo's online, like actually playing online isn't great, but what they're doing with their classic games is way better than what Sony is doing with their classic games, which from the looks of this is basically nothing. Aside from being like, oh, you can have it as part of the service, and then it seems like they're not putting any effort into actually like making the experience good. But I was trying to hold off judgment for the longest time. I was trying to be like, you know what? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is going to come out and surprise me and actually be good, but it just seems like it's not. It seems like they're focused the most on the PS4 and PS5 games, which makes sense because that's what's going to make them the most money. That's going to be the games that are going to attract the most players. There might be a small group of people that, like, if the backwards compatibility was good, that they would come. But in reality, most people are going to want to come for those PS4 and PS5 games. But like I mentioned in my news video, I feel like if you've had a PS4 or a PS5, you probably already have most of those games. And since they're not offering anything that's like super recent, then yeah, it doesn't matter. I also heard it mentioned too, I forgot about this one, like Sackboy's Big Adventure's not even up there, and that was like a launch game for PS5. And that game's not like spectacular or anything. I'm sure like it's not doing amazing sales wise, but they can't just throw that on the service. So like there's just things. So there's a lot of things about it that don't make any sense. Unfortunately, I'm probably still gonna try it just so I can really weigh in on it when it comes out, but I just, ooh, it's not looking good. I'm gonna just stick to my base PS Plus. I'm probably gonna try it for like a month and be like, I tried it, I did it, y'all. Oh, and then the fact that PS3 games are only streaming, that's like a big. That was the one I was like, y'all could have had it. Y'all could have emulated PS3 on PS5 at least. Like now y'all being lazy. So yeah, I don't want to feel like I'm dumping on Sony, but they deserve it, and somewhat. I still like them. Like I still like the PS5. The PS5 is dope. I really like some of their games, but I just wish they would do a little bit more for their, longtime fans who have supported them since like the PS1 and want those games. That'd be nice if they could do something for them. All right, so what are we hopping to next? Because I'm done with Sony. I've wasted my breath. If I talk about them one more time, I will literally die and pass out. Okay, so let's hop over to the Steam Deck. So there was a story that I missed this week. It's not a huge story, but I do want to talk about it. So the Steam Deck is going to sell all of the replacement parts pretty much through iFixit. So the page the page accidentally went up early on the 20th, and it revealed like all the parts are going to have for sale, and basically everything except for the battery is on sale, or is going to be on sale as a replacement. So as this article points out, that would allow you to do something like upgrade your screen, because the 512 gig version has that anti-glare, I think, panel, so you could actually get that and install it yourself if you wanted to. I mean, I don't really care enough about anti-glare to do that, but you technically could. And of course, like if you wanted to upgrade your SSD with like an official SSD for the Steam Deck, you could probably do that as well. So I definitely plan on at some point upgrading the 64 gig model to an SSD, because the 64 gig isn't actually SSD storage, it's eMMC, so it's a lot slower. So I'm going to do that upgrade. So I'm going to be on the lookout for this. I'm probably going to go up to, I don't know. I probably would want to go up to 1 terabyte though. So I probably wouldn't get like the official SSD, but I don't know. That's kind of cool just to have all these parts available. So the battery replacement is the only thing that's not going to be available right out the gate, because they have to figure out a way to do that still. So iFixit is working with Valve to figure out a way to supply replacement batteries. The battery thing, I watched a few videos of people like doing teardowns in the Steam Deck. It is like super glued in there. Like it's almost impossible to get out without like feeling like you're about to break the system. So that's why the battery is not available. I'm 90% sure that's why it's not available. Like they super glued that jank. They use that Gorilla Glue. Like, it's not coming out. It's not coming out. I was about to make a Gorilla Glue hair joke, but it'd be inappropriate. Let's not do that. But yeah, it is kind of cool to see a company just have all of these parts available to purchase, and you don't have to really worry about like, oh, in the future, like if I break this thing, am I going to be able to find parts for it? Like, it seems like it's going to be available, so that's pretty cool. All right, hopping off of the Steam Deck, let's talk about something stupid and weird. Well, I already talked about Sony's decision to put the PAL versions of the game. Anyway, something else stupid and weird. So it's not really stupid, I guess. I can't call it stupid. It's good for AT&T customers. You guys rock. So AT&T customers can stream Control on their phones and tablets and PCs as part of this immersive stream for games technology that Google is basically licensing. So if you're familiar with Google Stadia, which I'm not going to say is flopped, but it's flopped. If you're familiar with the flop known as Google Stadia, they got out and said that they were going to license the technology to other people. So they are doing that, and so this is part of that. So AT&T is licensing some of Google's server tech, game streaming tech, to give control to their customers for free. But it's just weird because I'm like, it's just control. That doesn't make any sense. Like, it's a cool game. Don't get me wrong. But like, I don't know. Does this feel like it was just weird? It'd be like if I had like some kind of thing through my carrier and they're like, you can stream this one movie, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Are there any other movies, or is there anything else? Is there any other games? Is it just Control? Okay, that's cool. Control's a good game. Okay, that's kind of how I feel about it though. Like, it's just weird. Like, why did they just pick Control and then that's it? Like, yep, AT&T customers, you can stream Control. Cool. We get some variety in here. But yeah, that's it. I'm not hating on it though. I mean, if you got AT&T and you want to play a streaming version of Control, you can. I mean, that game's been dirt cheap everywhere, so I mean, I feel like the people who want to play Control have probably already played it by now. But it's free if you have AT&T. I mean, it's not free because AT&T is pretty expensive, but it's something you get. It's a little kickback. You get your little kickback from AT&T, getting that Control in there. All right. I was on the fence about this one. I was on the fence if I was going to save this for my Sunday video, talk about it now, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it now. So EA, Electronic Arts, the video game studio, the ones that used to make the FIFA game until them and FIFA got mad at each other. They're shopping, y'all. They're out there shopping for a buyer. They want somebody to buy them. And they've been talking to several companies. So what they want is they want more of like a merger. They don't want to just be purchased outright. They want, a merger where their CEO would still kind of be in power. So they're looking for a special buyer. You know what? Who would be more appropriate to buy EA than Apple? Okay, so there would probably be a lot of people that would be more appropriate, but apparently one of the people they're in talks with is Apple, along with Disney, and who was the other one that they were in talks with? Why is my brain not working? Amazon. So I think out of all of them, Apple would make the least sense. Because, yeah, they have Apple Arcade and they're doing stuff in the mobile space, but those aren't the type of games that EA makes. And unless they're just going to buy EA and let it operate like autonomously, I mean, which they could do, because that's kind of what they've done with Beats. Like Beats, even though they've incorporated some of the Apple tech, like obviously Lightning for charging and some of their products, they still kind of operate as a separate company. So they could still buy EA and then have them do some exclusive games, of course. And then, I don't know. I don't see what Apple would do with EA. Like, I just don't feel like they ever have taken gaming seriously enough where they would want to buy a gaming company, especially one that's probably going to cost them billions of dollars. And I don't think that they're investing enough in Apple Arcade for that purchase to be worth it for them. They've just never been big in gaming. And of course, with Apple Arcade, because the iPhone is their biggest product, makes sense to have stuff for mobile games. But as far as PC games and console gaming, they've never really done anything in that space. Whereas Amazon is trying to compete in that space because they have Amazon Luna now, so they're offering streaming services for gaming for more traditional games. Not that mobile games aren't traditional games, but they're just they're different. They're made to be played with the touchscreen, etc. But Amazon's more in that traditional space. Disney has published games before, Kingdom Hearts, and then they do publishing deals for the Star Wars games. They're already working with EA they were with Battlefront and then Fallen Order. So they already kind of have a partnership with EA, but I don't really see any of the companies, any of the three, wanting to do like a merger, like EA is saying. Well, apparently what they're saying, so this is all rumors, but it's the way it sounds like they're looking for a merger. I don't see any of these companies wanting to merge with EA. Like, it would be a situation where they would probably want to buy them, and that would be it. So we'll see what happens. One of the speculations are that ESPN could possibly buy them or they could possibly merge with ESPN because Disney owns ESPN anyway, and it's technically a separate company. And something like that would make more sense, especially with the sports games that they do. So, and then formerly FIFA, now FC, what is it called again? Whatever they decide to call it, the new football / soccer game. So, yeah, that's on the table. I just thought, like, when I saw Apple, I was like, Apple, ew, no. I just can't see Apple caring enough to buy a gaming company. I don't see it. Speaking of Apple, we might as well just hop over to WWDC. So I'm just gonna go over this article a little bit. It's kind of what our expectations should be. So WWDC is going to be on June 6th. And I'm still, like I said, I'm still deciding if I want to do a live stream after the show to kind of talk about it. Because if it's just iOS and the software stuff, I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. Not that stuff's not interesting. It's just like iOS at this point and its life cycle, like, it just doesn't change that much year to year. So this is kind of the I don't want to Mac Rumors. I don't want to not credit the site. This is Mac Rumors article on what to expect. So iOS 16, interface tweaks, notifications. So they said there's going to be significant improvements in notifications, but who knows what that means. There's going to be an updated health app. And then new services. Like this, see, it already sounds boring. Like, I'm literally falling asleep trying to go through this list of potential stuff, software-wise. iPad OS 16. There's maybe a new multitasking feature. There's literally one line of rumor. Like, they don't even care. They don't care about WWDC's software. All right, and then we got watchOS 9, which I love. My Apple Watch. It's my thing. Like, it's probably my most used thing. As soon as I wake up, I wear it until I go to sleep every day. But let me tell you, it's so boring that I would not buy another Apple Watch. Like, I think I'm about to. This one is almost 3 years old at this point. It's the Series 5. The Series 8 is coming out this year. And I have no desire to upgrade. Like, I upgraded from the Series 0 to the, what is it called? Series 3, and then the Series 5. And then the Series 3 to the Series 5 just felt like the same thing. So I'm not trying to upgrade. But the only way that I would probably do a video about it is if we actually get either the Mac Pro or the AR VR headset. Those are the only reasons that I would do like an actual video or live stream about it. But I don't know. I'm just not that excited about WWDC this year for some reason. And I'd only want to do the Mac Pro just to see what kind of monstrosity this might be. Because I don't think that it's going to be upgradable at all. Like, anyway, they haven't really done anything upgradable with their, since they switched over to Apple Silicon so far. So them replacing a modular desktop with presumably like a box that is just not going to be upgradable could potentially be a disaster to the pro community, who they just tried to win back with the Mac Pro that they did a couple years ago. So that's the only thing I'd be interested in, just to see the chaotic reaction online if that does happen and after that new Mac Pro is announced. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't know if it's really worth tuning into. But that's it. Other than, oh yeah, Sony is doing their Days of Play sale starting today on May 25th. So basically, they're just going to have some discounts on games and accessories. So if you want to check that out, if you're on PlayStation, of course, like I said, on PC, they're doing the Epic is having their sale with their 25% off coupon thing. So go and pick up a copy of Tony Hawk 1 and 2. Don't make me feel bad. It was $15. But, you gotta make me feel included. So if you could pick up a copy too, then I won't feel so alone about it. So go pick up a copy of Tony Hawk on the Epic sale. Go pick up some PlayStation games. There'll probably be some other sales coming up. I'm pretty sure there'll probably be a Steam summer sale coming up soon. Unless I missed it. Which I don't think I have, because I've been looking at Steam every day, because I check my Steam Deck pre-order every day to see if it's moved up. And it's like, nope. We gotta wait between July and October. I'm like, man. So that's basically what happens every day. And then I get really sad. Steam Deck pre-order makes me sad. All right, I think that's all that's popping in the streets right now. So basically, PlayStation Plus is going to be this. I mean, the backwards compatibility is going to be this. It's going to be the PS Tragic all over again. I like saying that. The PS Tragic. It's immature, but I find it funny. It's going to be this all over again. WWDC is probably going to be boring. iFixit is pretty much selling enough parts where you can build your own Steam Deck. AT&T customers, y'all got control. Y'all can stream control now. I'm very proud of you. Very proud. And that's it. That's it. I'm bringing this live stream to a close. It's been awesome. Thank you again for my first ever super chat. It's crazy. Been on the internet for a long time. Well, not super long. It's been like 3 years. But never have I had a super chat. So thank you. And we are going to be out. All right. I'm ending the stream, bringing it to a close. Make sure to tune in for a sensational Sunday. I will be back with other news. I kind of like to do these videos so I get to talk about stuff that doesn't really fit in those news videos. So that makes it kind of fun for me. But I will be back with some more important topics that I scrounged up that I think are going to be sensational. So, yeah. And make sure to hit the notification thing. So, when I go live at 5 a.m., I can wake you up. And leave your phone on, too. Especially on Wednesdays. Wednesday morning. Leave your phone off of silent, max volume, and put it right beside your ear, because I'm going to just start going live. And you're going to be waking up. You're like, what's that? Like, oh, Mike's live. What is he talking about? Do that. And I always do at least 2 things at the same time. Peace. That only works when I don't have to hit the end stream button to actually end the stream. Bye.